All right, we are live with yet another Lumines Arise community showcase. I'm Austin, and I'm joined here by CJ. How you doing today, CJ?
I am doing great, Austin. How are you?
Good. I think we're finally kicking it off without us being muted, so everyone's hearing our first monologue here, and ready to play some Luminous. Yeah, I'm really excited for today's stream because we're pulling up some of our community, I guess, feats and some players that want to flex their high scores and stuff like that across various game modes. So we'll kind of cap off today's stream by reviewing some of those high scores. We'll be hanging out in the Weekend Lumi Live, but to kick things off, let's make a playlist, hang out, let some people populate the stream here, and have some fun.
Sounds like a great idea.
All right. Oh, there we go. We are in theater mode here, which, by the way, if you ever want to sleeve up your favorite tracks and or visuals from Lumines Arise, we do have that theater mode. It's kind of nested away in the playlist mode here, but yeah, that's also, CJ, you've brought this up on previous streams. Just a good way to learn too and watch the computer play, right?
That's true. I when I first got my hands on Lumines Arise, I was playing Luminous the way I played back in the PSP days.
Yeah.
And which, may not be as skilled as some players, but watching the CPU play in theater mode clued me in on some strategies that I had not taken up on. So, yeah.
Welcome in, Matt.
Changed the way that I play.
Yeah, I think just about any game, anything you're trying to learn is always going to have a visual aid, right? And
Totally.
I just know from puzzle games especially, I've learned from watching players better than me generally, so or the AI in this case. But
Yep.
Okay, yeah, let's kick things off. Let's make a playlist, kind of chill out. Happy to take some suggestions here from the chat. Let's see here. So
yeah, what does a Friday, February 20th playlist look and sound like?
I have a few ideas. Maybe I'll kick it off here. So I was thinking the snow is melting here in the Midwest US here. So I kind of wanted to visualize that. Maybe we could start with snowfall and then head into, what was it, Winding Road?
Perfect.
Yes, Winding Road. Because there's all the snow bakes are finally gone. It's been like in the 50s, 60s, and the snow was still on the ground for a good few weeks there. But
Right.
What are you feeling
Now with
CJ?
Winding Road, are you like going on a vacation, maybe to a tropical place, or a beach, or perhaps an island vibes kind of thing, an island breeze?
It sounds like we should have designed the journey mode, CJ, personally. But,
Right.
I like that. Yeah, I would head to a tropical area. Where do we go from there? We got parrots. Maybe we can see some other birds of some type. Keep the tempo going up.
Either that, or if you're going from the tropics, you're gonna like dive into some water, maybe experience some fish, either goldfish tango or abyssal.
I think we
deep.
should start at the beach. Where's the? Here we go. Sunset Beach, and then we'll hop into.
Sunset Beach is good.
We'll swim in the water. There we go. We're on a journey. Okay, we can start with this, and then yeah, if anyone has any requests, we can make another little playlist before we hop into multiplayer.
Yeah.
And with that being said, before we get started here, if you're new to the community, just getting into Lumines Arise, head to our Discord at discord.gg/enhance. I'm going to pop that in the Twitch and YouTube chat here in just a moment. If you want to hang out with, there's plenty of wonderful players there willing to help you out on your journey in Luminous, whether you need some tips, you just want to share your feats if you finally, beat the journey mode, conquered some challenges, right? A very welcoming, friendly community there, so definitely hang out with us.
True.
And the other thing is the Lumines Arise soundtrack is still kind of hot off the press here, CJ, right?
That's right. 37 tracks from Hydelic and Takako Ishida. And that's available on Bandcamp, as well as earlier this week it hit streaming services. So your Spotify, your Apple Music, your YouTube Music, anywhere that you listen to music should now have the Lumines Arise soundtrack.
Yeah, I need to get to it, add it to some playlists and stuff like that. So I haven't done that yet. So sounds like a weekend task for me. All right, yeah, let's hop into a playlist. Welcome in, Call Me Star, and welcome. Let's see you guys. Yeah, let's do it. Let's play some Lumines.
Let's do it.
All right, what are we feeling? I usually like to. Here's my gimmick for chilling out playlist mode. I like to turn on hard mode because it has the high square limit, whether I want the difficulty or not. Because here, I'll show why. Typically, I like to just turn on the no stress luminous mode, the accessibility, right? So I can kind of vibe out. That way I have like longer time period within each stage, and then I also can chill out, if that makes sense. So it's a good mix. Oh, I'm already ahead of the game there. I already have it.
You're already in it.
Yep.
Starting off with a checker block.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. Yeah, let's start slow here and just kind of walk through things, right? Just because we are always getting new players here. I'm just trying to match the colors. Yeah. I'm splitting a block here, matching the half with that, I guess the walnut blocks here. Try to move a little slower here, but... and
this is something we've been thinking about recently because we're doing a video for beginners to the Lumines series. So thinking about building a foundation, what happens if you get a checker block as your opening block, like what to do with those blocks, what to do with every block type, actually, like is something that we're putting into video form and walking through, and kind of at the same time realizing that if you're completely new, like we need to walk you through some of these concepts, and hopefully you'll pick them up quickly once we demonstrate them. But it's something that oftentimes when you come just to the game cold turkey, it's hard to pick up on some of these things.
Yeah, it can be tough to explain too sometimes, because we almost take it for granted here at NES because we're so close to this game. We played it quite a bit, right? It can be hard to start from scratch, but we're really trying to go to the bare bones basics, and even just like saying how many block types there are, having a name for each block type, right? Which is kind of not really in the game, but something we're kind of working on, right? So, I think the checker block is noted as a checker block, but even like this block is like kind of a quarter block, right? Because you have 3 of one and then 1 of the other, and then we have our full block here, our half block, stuff like that. Even like little things like that get missed, right? That might be helpful to new players.
Yeah, a way to speak about the block types. These are things that we didn't quite have time to do prior to the launch of the game. That we want to fix up now. I'm reading in the chat. Matt says, sometimes I forget I have No Stress Luminous on. I found out I had Type 2 on at the end of Survival. Oh
man, I'm doing real good on this hard survival. Oh wait, that's because no gravity's on.
And also, if you have No Stress Luminous on, it does not register your high score. Yeah. So if you were playing for leaderboard position, that run is cooked.
Yeah, keep that in mind. It's not always about the high score, though. It's about the good vibes, and No Stress will help you with that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So we're on the CJ and Austin version of Journey Mode here. We're now on our winding road.
The winding road.
That'd be a fun thing to do also for some of our future community showcases, is like playlists made by the community to some extent, right?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of want to clean up this board, and I think the best way to do that would be with a burst. We have that max burst, as you can see, the max over the timeline here.
Yes, indeed.
Before I burst, I like to just fill up my board a little bit, like intentionally mess it up. All right.
Intentionally messing it up.
Yeah, as our burst square gets larger, it's going to send away blocks of the opposing color or type attached to it, right? So,
yep.
Kind of slowly getting rid of our cloud blocks. All right.
All right, a 148
That's pretty good. We cleaned
burst.
it up quite well there.
Yeah. Cleaned it up a lot, I would say.
I was thinking about trying the puzzle we recently had for Valentine's Day. Trying to spell love out across the playfield. I don't know if any of you try to do that in Lumines Arise, but I need a clean board to do that. So let's see.
Yes.
Let's see if I can manage before the end of the playlist here.
Yeah, spelling things out was that was part of the mission mode, right? Or puzzle mode. I'm sorry, puzzle
mode in Lumines Arise.
In Luminous
Or I'm
Remastered.
sorry, Luminous Remastered, excuse me.
Yeah. And there are 2 puzzle challenges in Luminous Arise that you can find within missions mode in the challenges tab.
Mm-hmm. There's our passenger plane.
So are we thinking this is a road, or are we thinking this is a runway in the background?
I would hope a road. I wouldn't want to land on a windy runway here.
Well, I guess that's true. You're kind of driving in the middle of the road.
That's true. Yeah, we're not driving too safe, but I guess there's no other cars coming. We're in the middle of the like a California desert here.
Yeah.
Which I have driven through before with the one radio station. Let's see. Okay. So I'm trying to spell out love here for fun, right? Always a interesting. It kind of like tests you to think about the game differently. It's hard to do from when you already have a board filled out a little bit, but we're trying. Okay.
And that sort of whole playfield. Spelling that out takes the whole playfield, right? Pretty sure.
Just about, yeah. So finishing out the E can be the hard part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got the L and the O.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're interested in trying the puzzles, for one, there are the puzzle challenges in Arise. So if you go to the mission mode and tab over to challenge, there's a basic puzzle or advanced puzzle, and then expert puzzle, which is kind of what we're doing here. It's going to show you a little shape to make on the bottom left next to your playfield, and challenges you to make that within a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Puzzle Boat's not for everyone. I know it's like there's some people love it, some people are like, just let me vibe out in journey mode. But I personally love playing through puzzle mode.
I find it stressful.
There's a different kind of stress attached to it for sure, especially if like you're not getting the best blocks for the puzzle. Yeah.
I definitely would need to play it with no stress luminous on.
A little bit of a pickle here.
Just a little.
If a chain block could help me out.
By the way, we also have a video up on YouTube, 7 tips to improve at Lumines Arise that if you're a beginner player or if you're coming back to Lumines from the PSP days and you just want some quick pointers, that video is super helpful. Hopefully give you some ideas on how to improve.
Yeah, or even just like the best game modes to improve in, right? To just make sure.
Yeah.
Some players don't even know some of these game modes exist, and they're just
That's
great
true.
to vibe out to, and are just good ways to. So, for example, the leaderboard league is mentioned in that video, right? Which is within multiplayer. Great way to gauge your skill and just hang out and improve.
True. True.
I'm cheating a little bit because there's a little mistake between the O and the V there that I gave up on, but no one has to know.
Exactly.
Now, yeah, this is the hard part because generally I usually use like one side of the playfield to help me out during the puzzle and like stack over here, right? Like put all my excess. But the thing is, the love puzzle takes the whole board, so you need to have a nice clean down stack once you get over here.
That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of the soundtrack, this is usually a fan favorite when they come across this stage, kind of a departure from our other music in Lumines Arise.
Run it up.
Yep.
Yes.
I do have a chain block. Make a... Try a split. Oh, I messed up. Speed it up a little bit so we can get some more chain blocks.
Are you doing a backwards E here
Yeah.
at the end? Or...
No, I need to clear this out, but it's not... Maybe I can start here. I don't want to put the flowers against the flowers from the V, right?
Right, right.
So I'm kind of bound to this
Matt
4x4.
asking if the love post video was you playing, Austin.
It was in fact. I was about to goof with you and maybe add to the mystery, but it was me. Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I love doing the puzzles. The love the love puzzle. Okay.
This is almost like you've created your own mini fishbowl level.
A little bit, yeah. So
in the corner here.
yeah, there's a challenge in Lumines Rise. Is it just called Fishbowl? Goldfish Bowl or something?
Goldfish bowl, yeah.
But it really limits where you can stack over time, and that's a nice test of your ability to play in a confined space. As I would have, I quote unquote just topped out in a way.
Yep.
I might have to give up
Kind
on our
of.
love here. We got close, but it's looking a little. You start from scratch.
A little
this
questionable.
point,
Yeah.
I think I was rushing and not paying attention to my right side there. Well, let's take it down with a big burst here.
Nice.
So when I burst, I'm just trying to attach the light color pattern to kind of where the flashing number is, right? And once you expand that square to the next size, it shoots away so many blocks, and it makes it much easier to stack around.
So many.
Yeah.
Yeah, burst is all about incrementally larger squares. So when you start burst, you want to build up the square to one side and the top as quickly as possible.
Just realized I can probably turn up the music a hair so everyone can run it up with us. Here we go. Oop.
But now
All
we're
right.
done running it up.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got Luma on deck here
Yeah.
from the I'm still working on the track name versus the stage names here, CJ.
Two Lost Stars.
Two Lost Stars. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite tracks
Yeah, this one I
in
think
the game.
gets stuck in my head the most for whatever reason. It's not my favorite track, but it always gets stuck in my head, so there's something to it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So maybe it's my brain's favorite track. One side of my brain's. Yeah. I really like Dark as well, which has the same vocalist from the last stage in Area 1.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sky Falls Down, featuring Luma.
Yeah, look up Hydelic and/or Lumines Arise original soundtrack on your streaming service, and we should be there now. So
That's right.
get Luma in your playlist. I want to go on a road trip now after our playlist we came up here with here CJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Drive up and down the Pacific Highway.
This is was like a really good vacation playlist here.
We're kind of capping off with some chill vibes, some deep ocean goldfish antics, or oh, whoops, I got fat finger burst there. Let's roll with it.
Dope.
You'll have that. Burst is kind of locked. Let's get rid of that chain block. Just keep stacking. Usually it.
A little bit. Get out of it, yeah. There you go.
Don't panic.
And the stage has a nice and slow timeline pass.
Yeah, it can be. I
Well.
love the slow timelines for getting those big square solves without too much pressure, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Continuing your combo. All you have to do is form a 3x3 square with each subsequent timeline pass to continue that combo.
Oh, I messed up there.
Keep that
a little
bonus
too close
going.
to the timeline. You stack a little bit more behind the timeline. I stack like right on top of it, right? Because then sometimes it doesn't clear necessarily, or
Right.
so keep that in mind. If I stack behind the timeline, it can go a little slower too. Don't need to be like super fast. That should be satisfied. Wait, there we go. Ooh, that's a nice one.
Nice.
So yeah, to hint at some of the submissions for later, we're going to be watching some high score videos from our community, which I'm really excited for. We have the player Square playing through Journey Survival. Of course, we're going to skip through it a little bit because Survival could be a long run even for a high-level player. We have some massive burst. We also have some people like kind of maxing out some of the challenges, which is cool because there's not really a leaderboard for those, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of scores people are getting there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we'll cap it off with some dig down from Square as well, which will be fun to watch. Kind of what incited this whole thing was we were wondering how people are getting such high scores in dig down, right? So, all right. Well, we got a B is good, right? I think that means good. B rank. Okay. But let's hop into some multiplayer. Just contribute to the Weekend Lumi Live. It is welcome to all players. And you can also, it doesn't really say this outright, but you can just straight up play single player in here, right? And contribute alongside the community. So that's typically where I start. over here in Leaderboard League or Quick Burst. I actually like starting Quick Burst. It's more like a warm-up kind of thing for me, personally, CJ.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick Burst is a nice sandbox for practicing how to do like a large burst.
Yeah.
Good way to practice it.
We're back on Winding Road. So here we are with a blank slate, CJ. What would you recommend to players in Quick Burst trying to get a massive burst starting out here, right?
Yeah, I would suggest filling the playfield in the center with or on the sides with garbage as much as possible. So not try to fill the board without making any 2x2 squares. That's a challenge in and of itself, but it's kind of a fun one.
The opposite of what you think you should be doing.
The opposite of what you want. Yeah.
But actually it really works out for burst, and we'll show why, because of the kind of like the cascading effect when our burst square is going to continually shoot away the opposing pattern, right?
Right.
So just as a bonus tip here, you can always you can choose which background you want in your burst. So if we want the cloud block background, as long as we have a cloud block on our screen before we press the burst button, we'll enter that, right? If we wanted to go with like the more orange hue sun burst, we can start with.
You have to make a square. You have to make a square with the sun block. Yeah.
What are we feeling? I'm feeling some sun.
Go sun. Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw this aside and hit burst with that sun. So now we have a 3x3, we want to make a 4x4. That's kind of how I approach it, right? So to make that 4x4 with the flashing number burst square, we're going to place a block here. And same thing, you just want to keep like improving that size, right? I think we got a little locked out there, and also I was moving slower. So
a little bit locked out.
A whopping 39 bursts, CJ. So
hey,
that
that's where some of us start.
Yes, yes.
Right? Very important. This mode, Quick Burst, does have a leaderboard, so you can look at what high scores people are achieving in Burst, and it gets a little intimidating, but you know, especially when you're just learning the ins and outs of Burst, like a 39 is not terrible.
Right.
You can improve on this.
Ooh, you know what I kind of want to do here? So I have a chain block on my next block. Then maybe I can go for a sunburst after that, because it's going to be... Oh, I messed up. I thought it was... You know what? Either way, I'll still do it.
You thought it was going to get all of those columns? Yeah.
Yeah, why do you like to stack into the center, CJ?
Well, because the travel to the sides takes up a lot of time, right? So if you're stacking in the center, you don't have to go left and right very far at all. It's a lot easier to maintain a burst that way than if you started it on a corner of the screen.
Yeah, and then we're also going to take a look at some full playfield bursts here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that if you're curious about some strategies.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're at 624K, almost at that first milestone, 800K here. And yeah, anything counts towards it in the multiplayer hub. So whether you just want to hang out on Quick Burst, kind of practice your burst and or just sandbox it out, right? When you finish a game there, it'll add to the community goal. Same with the leaderboard league. Yeah, let's play some. You know what? Let's do like a different. We always do time attack 60. Let's do a 180. Feeling a 180.
Let's do it.
Also, bear in mind, so an accessibility feature that was added in our, I believe, our last update or most recent update was the leaderboard league blocks, right? So if you want to, here, I'll just use type 1. So typically when you go into the time attack mode for the first time, right, you have the typical Neon Street blocks, which I'm all for, right? And I'm sure a lot of you are going to be for, but some of you requested a different block type for this because of, I guess, readability for one. And
Readability.
Yeah. Probably the primary reason.
For sure. And there is an alternate way to make this skin quite readable, and that is to use some of the color filters that are provided for people who have certain types of color deficiencies, and it makes it also very easy to read, even if you have no problems with different colors.
Yeah, I actually really like this one because so if you're like pretty into the game, right, you're an intermediate player or beyond, you might be looking at the piece preview, and it's really easy to see those red blocks here, right? Or the right now I just think of them as red blocks now because of the color filter.
Right.
Yeah, the key with time attack really is you want to have really efficient square solve. So if you're moving fast, like, it's not all about moving fast because I just dropped a lot of blocks here and I'm only getting one at a time, right? It's about getting those efficient squares. So within a 3x3 square here, that's actually 4 square solves, right? Rather than having to make 4 separate squares. It's just like less area to cover, right? So the bigger color matches you have is really the goal in time attack, or creating those massive color matches within one timeline sweep.
True. That also kind of goes with the efficiency of playing in towards the center of the playfield.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. Like, making 4 separate 2x2s takes longer than building onto one that already exists. So you really just want to build on top of matches that are already on the board if you can.
Yeah. Even like to the point where, so when I start time attack, I like to just kind of set up something big, right? So I usually don't go for the square solves right away. Here, it's kind of a tricky solve.
Except for what you're doing right now, you're going for squares.
Yeah. So here's an example. Like, I usually wait for the second sweep personally. Not everyone does that, but because I'm probably a little slower than some people, right? I like to wait for that second sweep and get a massive second sweep rather than me having to move super frantically within the first one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get one more retry and just go for the old. Let's see if we can get a PB here, CJ.
Okay, let's see. Going for the second timeline pass strategy. There.
Yeah, I pretty much haven't left the center, right?
Pretty much have not left the center.
I'm a little bit now just to get that massive square solve.
Yep.
Hopefully I can try not to be too messy, because when I get to the top of my board, I'm going to be less efficient.
Yeah. What do you think about the tip of focusing on one color at a time instead of going from one to the next, depending on which piece is dropping?
I think, yeah, I pretty much do that. Right now I was just focused on red, right? Because, especially with this skin, I could really see how many red blocks I have coming up.
Yeah.
And then I decide to kind of build around that, if that makes sense.
The way I play currently, anyway, I'm always looking at which color is the majority in each new block that's coming up through the piece preview, and then kind of going back and forth between them. But that probably isn't the best strategy to use, like from timeline pass to timeline pass. Like wow, you
I topped out on accident.
197?
Still 197 though.
You topped out.
Yeah.
You topped out.
Oopsies. All right, one more try. That's the addiction of Luminous. One more try.
Focusing on one instead of alternating between the two each timeline pass, probably a better idea. I need to get better at that personally.
I do find when I focus on keeping the board just nice and clean, I tend to be playing better. I don't know what it is, just like
Yeah.
It's like a different level of focus. If you're not focused on speed and you're focused on just like how can I make the best color match here, you tend to play faster anyways.
Right.
So
That's true. That's true. Of course, all the Lumi are hanging out in the background of this stage. Neon streets.
I don't know when I last got a PB in this mode. I might be due for one.
Might be.
Kind of a rough go there. Ooh, the big red blocks and the color filter here are satisfying.
Very satisfying, yes.
Try my best to talk and play, but sometimes I just want to find that flow state.
Yeah, you have 60 seconds now. And you're at 240. So more than 100 away from your PB.
Uh-oh.
Might be a little challenging to get that.
Yeah, I must have been on a good day there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting a little messy too, so I'm having trouble finding like the easier solves, if that makes sense. A little jaggedness on my screen, but still hitting those combos.
Yeah. Of course, the name of this track, Bass Cycles. On the OST. Available wherever you stream music.
Okay,
345.
Not too bad.
40 away from your PV.
I think I could beat it, but I won't make it the Austin show here, and we'll move on to another game mode here. But yeah, Time Attack. I love just sitting in Time Attack, putting on some music or video while I sit in here and kind of grind it out, figure out how I want to approach Luminous, right?
Heck yeah.
Just a really good mode to kind of play over and over and see your progress. It's very satisfying. Same goes for Dig Down. With a bit of a different approach. This time let's show off the tutorial blocks you're allowed to use in Leaderboard League, if it helps you with your visibility.
Of course, I think you still have the color filter on, so it's even more pronounced.
I kind of like that, actually.
Here. Yeah. Yeah, Dig Down, it's all about down stacking, learning how to down stack. And this is a very approachable mode, even for people who are just beginning their Luminous journey.
Yes.
Because it does get more difficult over time, and if you're just starting out, it's very approachable. Very approachable.
Yeah, to me this is like a classic like falling block puzzle game mode, really, where it's all about just surviving, right? And as it goes on, it kind of levels up, and blocks come from the bottom of the screen even faster, right? And also you receive less chain blocks, I believe, the longer the game goes on. I might be wrong on that, but
it takes longer for them to appear, right?
Yeah.
Chain blocks pretty important in this mode. And knowing how to extend them across the screen, also very important.
And very satisfying when you get the hang of it.
Extremely satisfying.
When you clutch out in dig down mode, it's one of the best feelings in Lumines Arise.
Definitely. I mean, I think we've said this before on multiple streams. This is the secret best mode in Lumines Arise. In part because it is so approachable and because it's so replayable as well.
So we have friends in the Tetris community, right? As in he makes it out to the Classic Tetris World Championship events. And the last one I went to, we were playing Lumines Arise on the side, showing it off to some of the players and stuff. And all we were doing was playing Dig Down. We just got hooked on Dig Down, which was pretty funny. Yeah. Something about it can suck in a puzzle gamer for sure.
Absolutely. Yes. Of course, everything speeds up every 100 squares. Is that right?
Every 100, yeah. There's kind of a checkpoint. I think later on it takes longer, so you kind of early on it's every 100. Then I think it extends a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Getting pretty close to the top here.
Need a good chain block.
Seems
here.
like you are far away from getting a chain block. Oh wait, there we go.
Ooh, see if I can extend that. Okay, that should help. Block splitting is so important in this mode, I realized from watching some of the best players. So you can kind of like pick and choose which blocks you want to help you downstack. If you cut the block at the top here with the column, right?
Right.
More of a pro tip, but super helpful in this mode.
Helpful in this mode, and also once you are at a larger burst in journey mode or quick burst.
We make it out of this, CJ. Let's see.
I'm not sure.
Chain block here. This is okay. I think this could be good.
This could be good.
Oh, there it is. There's the money. Oh man!
Wow, that's satisfying.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's very satisfying. Also, why it's so important to not only know how to use chain blocks efficiently, but to stack so that the colors are linked already in preparation for a chain block.
Yeah, if you like just generally color match and you're not making the 2x2 squares, it will kind of snake through, right? So just keep that in mind. Just try your best to like match colors against each other, even if it's not a 2x2 square, and it usually pans out to a situation where your chain blocks gonna be good.
Yeah.
Now I'm already back in trouble.
Yeah, in this mode you really can't slow down. Like it is very fast paced.
That was too relaxed.
You have everything rising from the bottom, and you have the timeline going faster. Like it really, really gets difficult.
Oh wait, no. I think it could have been a little better.
Okay.
But
a little better.
But now, yeah, I have to play fast if we want to survive here.
Right.
Making me unable to vibe out at 472 squares, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it's a completely different type of vibing that goes on.
It's one of my favorite things about the term we use a lot is the flow state, right? Like Just like when everything's connected and everything's like firing on all cylinders, right? And it's almost like you're seeing the Matrix in this game. That's one of the best feelings. And when you can hit that, kind of like when you're on autopilot in this game, it's so satisfying. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of our goal with some of these like tutorial videos. We want all of you to find your flow state in your own way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because that really is a lot of the fun.
That's where it's fun. That's where it just amps up. I would not say. I mean, I'm far from the best Luminous player. I'm, a very casual player, but even I can get that flow state feeling, and it just makes the game so much better. Nicely done.
Ooh, this is looking good, CJ.
Looking good for a PB, yeah. Although you never know.
Although it is going quite fast, and I've never choked in a game in my life, so...
I don't know if that's true.
Exactly.
I don't think any of us can say that. Uh-oh is right. You're not yet to 670.
Ah! No!
This is not looking great, suddenly.
What's that chain block at? Oh, it's so far. Okay, we got a PB at the least. Okay.
A little better, a little better. Good down stacking right there.
Ah!
Trash fan saying you broke the 6-7 curse. Oh.
No! Oh, the chain block is so far. Alright. Clutched it out there a little bit. But as soon as I said, it got in my head a little bit, I'm like, I will never choke, and then I actually almost choked. But yes. 7, 3, 1. Nice.
Very nice.
Cool. Well, that's Leaderboard League, and definitely check out Dig Down now. I need to come down from that high, that new PB high, a little bit. Get humbled in multiplayer,
seriously.
maybe? Yeah.
Here you go.
So let's play a little bit of Burst Battle, and then we're going to watch some of the player-submitted videos. We have, I think, 5 on deck here. So we'll set up a custom match if any of you want to play. We tend to find some tough challengers in here, and all skill levels welcome if you just want to get in the limelight here for a moment.
Right.
Let's make a match. Okay. Should we do any fun setups here, CJ, or keep it vanilla?
Just do keep it normal for the first one at the very least.
And we can also customize our music, whatever we're vibing with here. If you go to the block tab at the far right of the customize menu. You want to make the pick, CJ? What are you feeling?
The list.
Oh, that's good for multiplayer too. You gotta get into the intensity of it a little bit.
Yes.
Oh my god, we have MDX here to snipe me. This is so funny. Talk about humbling. All right, we gotta find my Zen here before I actually enter the game. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, put on my normal filter here. Okay. Ah! Oh, MBX left. They're too scared. MBX too scared.
Oh no.
Scared to take me on. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Rutro is right, trash fan. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Both players playing in the center for the most part. MDX very quickly to max burst. And very quickly into it. You locked
Because I'm
out?
not doing bad, but I know who I'm up against. It's a problem.
Right. Yeah, we got a 164 burst from MDX. Oh, and a 208
okay.
from Austin. All right, all right.
That's
It's
what
a match.
I'm gonna have to have is like a big burst against a player like this. MDX
Right, but I
is one of the
think-
fastest players out there.
MDX, I think they bursted at 50, so they are already in their next burst with a 109.
Okay.
And MDX is at max. And rolling. It's actually a really good matchup here. Got a 279 from Austin.
Uh-oh. If I can get 1 point here, I'll be happy.
A 130 from NDX. And they are topped out.
All right, they got their home stage. Chameleon.
Ooh. Trashman asking, when are we getting the in-depth burst battle mechanics guide? That is still being worked on. Hopefully in the next week or two, that will be going up. Followed by the beginner guide video.
Yeah, the burst video in particular, we're really trying to take our time and do it right, if that makes sense. Because burst in a way is like
Yeah.
simple, but it's not. So it's like hard to explain. It's the thing.
Yeah, and we wanted to make sure we were explaining it in a way that people who don't know some of the more complicated mechanics in it can pick it up and really kind of show how to get a larger burst. Got a 260 from MTX.
Uh-oh. Might be an early one for me.
141 from Austin.
Yeah. Nice.
Ooh,
I was also a little slow to enter that burst. So I have to go in right away against a player like this.
that's true.
Ooh, it's a little low. I kind of wish I had more resources there, but let's see what we can do.
Yeah, a little bit low. MDX looks like they're going to get around 100. They are currently kind of locked out their burst, though. Oh, there it goes. Freeze up. I got a 213.
Uh-oh.
A
what I want
160
We're
for
surviving.
Austin. Surviving and vibing. 5 to survive. MDX already back in burst.
Had a down stack there.
Although it looks like they are locked out a little bit here with. Oh, they have unlocked.
Okay. It's looking good.
Looking all right. Looking all right. 233.
Oh my god, there's still a lot of attack.
Yeah.
MDX lapped me there with the speed. Nice game. GG. GG
Ooh.
MDX. I got one in CJ. Got one.
Jeez, you did indeed.
Happy. I think MDX or Kore Hina is #1 right now in burst battle, so All right. Stimmy Neutron. Let's see what you got.
Of course, Burst Battle, a completely different thing. We're going to have to do a separate video on Burst Battle.
I think it was first things first. Burst, fundamentals, then Burst Battle.
Burst fundamentals, mostly talking about journey, even like getting your head around how to burst, and then we'll do a Burst Battle video that talks about more strategies for that mode.
Core, I can go with that. Core, okay. But yeah, Core and MDX are rocking it on all the leaderboards.
Yes.
I was feeling Temple Bells, CJ. Our slowest tempo stage can make for some fun
Temple
Burst Battle here.
Bells. Absolutely. Temple Bells, the song Not Alone, featuring Sean Christopher, available on the Lumines Arise OST, which is on your streaming services and Bandcamp right now.
Awesome. I actually am going to add it to some of my playlists now on Spotify and such.
Both players at max. No one has... Oh! Neutron has gone into Burst.
We're playing a game of chicken.
But they are locked out currently.
Uh-oh.
And they are not forming squares to unlock themselves quite yet.
I feel like getting locked out on this slow tempo stage could be a bit harder in a way.
Ooh, yeah, that could be harder. Okay, they have unlocked.
Because the squares aren't going to be clearing as quickly to help you with that.
69 burst. Yeah, the slow tempo stages also, if you have a lot of garbage coming at you and you need to make some matches and clear some 2x2 squares, that's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Like where Neutron is right now.
Yeah, getting that burst charge might be a little... Well, the burst charge is the issue, is the timeline sweeps helping you out. Being too slow.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Rise here is still one of my favorite stages to play in Burst Battle since the demo. Something about it just feels so right.
Absolutely. A little bit locked out there. Oh, there we go. Cleared up. Trashman saying this may be a hot take, but I like the demo version without the fourth phase.
Oh, interesting.
That is a hot take. Yeah. I like the vision of what's to come that is presented in the fourth phase of Arise. Kind of adds to the mystery of the journey mode. Neutron a little on the ropes here.
Have some space. Oh,
no, I don't think so.
Hoping they get that 50%.
They were not at 50%. Yeah.
All right. GG. MDX had me warmed up there for you, so you can blame MDX for that one. Okay, we might have time for one or two more here, and then we're going to watch some of the submitted videos.
Yeah.
Any thoughts for our final stage here? I picked our second. Go fast tempo, mix it up.
Definitely fast. Yeah, let's try in black and white. See how
Logan.
that goes.
All right, another.
You should do quick burst charge as well, like fast burst charge.
Mix it up now.
Yeah.
Quick burst counter. We could do long duration if we want to go the whole full Monty.
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it.
Turn into an anime burst battle here.
Power level's going to be 9,000.
It does boost your attack power because you're in burst longer, so
That's
we'll be able
true.
to flex our stats afterwards. And don't tell anybody that we're on high burst. All right. Oh, with fast tempo, that could be interesting too.
Neutron saying that they mostly grind survival area ranks. Burst battle isn't really their forte.
Oh, okay.
But I would say you did well though against Austin there.
Yeah, for
Burst
sure.
battle is a completely different animal,
very different,
though.
yeah.
Like very different than Journey.
Because I'm the opposite. I played a lot of burst battle, and I don't necessarily grind the single player, right? There's a lot of quirks that come with the burst battle.
Absolutely.
I like
Logan
the-
at a 209
Oh.
burst.
I like that giant feather.
232 from Logan.
Which came first, the feather or the egg here? Well, the feather in this case.
In this case.
Ooh, Logan's fast. I'm gonna have trouble on this format.
Logan already in burst again. This one's going to be a 294 burst.
Uh-oh. Mildly locked out here. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah, mildly.
let's have a lot of timeline sweeps though.
That's true. Logan already back in.
Yeah, they have the right idea. If they can exercise their speed against me and lap me.
Trying to
that's
lap
pressure
you,
me.
yeah. All right, a 264 from Austin. A 238 from Logan.
I tanked it on
Oh my
purpose.
God.
It's risky, but I wanted to like at least dampen that attack, if that makes sense.
Okay, okay. Wait, did you go into burst halfway through?
No, I got the max. I did get max.
You did get the max. Okay,
Yeah.
that was a very quick charge then. You are locked out.
Yeah, dang. Oh, that's probably toast for me. Yeah. Ooh, Logan's on a tear.
On a
200 after 200.
complete tear.
All right. I have to play a little fast.
That's a great Lumi skin, by the way, that Logan has. That's very psychedelic. Some globes.
Globe extra sweeps. Interesting.
Song here, Shuffles. What's the name of the song?
Oh no! Actually, hit the top there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that could be bad.
Could be bad. Well, 160. But I think Logan... Oh,
Well, this
they're
time I'm
going with a
actually a little ahead
181.
speed.
Yeah, these slow stages can be quite challenging.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh. 345.
Ah,
386.
Oh, no.
Holy crap. Let's see what Logan can get. They're still stuck at 340. Only a 340 for Logan.
Only a 340.
Only a 340, right. So many timeline passes. Hey.
Like I'm in Burst Rush right now.
I know, 397, 398, 398. Wow. Okay. Don't know that Logan's going to be able to... No, they got a 333. So they are going to get some pain here. The very slow-moving timeline coming into play right now.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Ooh. Final round. A sort of mid-tempo track here on the tutorial skin.
Oh, they entered so fast. It's like precious.
Yeah,
I can't
not,
like wait around.
Not pulling any punches
Yeah.
here from Logan. Logan with a 245 burst. 273 from Austin. All right. Logan already at max.
Oh my god.
Back
That's
into
what I wanna hear.
burst.
So I need to just make sure I get larger bursts, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to do against someone like Logan.
No. Logan gonna do a 182.
Oh, that's actually my opportunity.
That is an opportunity for Austin here. 264. All right. Logan already back in burst.
Ooh, locked out. Keep calm and keep stacking on.
Gotta make some squares.
That's forward.
Oh
So
man,
close there.
288. A 288 from Logan. Okay, 281 from Austin. That's that was close. That was very close. Alarm saying the speed of your play is insane. Yes, agree with that. Okay, Logan is gonna maybe clear 300 on this next burst.
Oh, I'm not entering burst. What am I doing? I'm just vibing.
Logan with a 303 burst. And back into burst already for Logan, so...
Me forgetting to enter burst there is unfortunate.
Yeah.
We got a good burst here.
Yeah, I think it's alright.
Yeah.
301. Okay, that's good. Logan already working towards a 300 burst themselves. They get 323 in that pass. Oof.
Not a full charge.
Without a full charge, and also you're kind of locked out.
Yeah, I think that's it. No. Nice. Ooh,
That
big stats.
was great.
That was fun. GG, Logan. Oh, man.
Ooh, very sweaty.
Very sweaty. Nice. Good games, everybody. That was a good final game to end on. Turn up the burst.
Absolutely.
If there's ever any community tournaments, that'd be a fun rule set. But I guess the tournament might never end at that point, though, if you have two fast players. But it would be a spectacle for sure. Okay, well, I think we added about 50K during the stream here, so thanks everyone for contributing. Get in there, play some games, add to the Weekend Lumi Live goal. Got our digital humans walking around. Let's see if we can get them on. Nope. You can actually rotate this. You always forget you can. There we go. All right. So yeah, if we hit that goal, we'll get a special avatar headpiece at that 2.4 million. And it goes on for 72 hours. So hop on in, play some burst battle. Maybe you'll get some epic games like me and Logan just had. With it's always about finding that like skilled player, right? So even on Discord, just at discord.gg/enhance, we have a custom matches channel if you were looking for like a more casual match too, not ranked or anything like that. Okay, so let's take the last 20 minutes or so here and watch some of our community videos. I did put together a list here. Let's see.
Ashman saying quick and long bursts with a slow skin is the equivalent to hot potato with an atomic bomb.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, we had some massive bursts on the globe, and I hit pretty big on one of them, past you the hot potato for sure. Okay, so we're going to start off with, we're going to look at, so there's a wonderful, very highly skilled player, Square, in our community, who has a YouTube channel here. And we have two videos from them, actually. We're going to start off scrolling through their Journey Hard Survival. I think there's some interesting strategies in here. And at the end of the stream, I'm also going to pull up their dig down score. Just because it's quite impressive. We also have Got You Sauce with a large 558 burst. We have a burst rush PB, 2,634 in burst rush. So that's really testing the timer there. And a 100 square one-shot challenge, CJ. So that should be pretty cool. But
love that. Yeah.
All right. Let's get started here. And I might just pause while we're watching, or skip around if you guys want to see any part of this journey run, feel free. And also just drop a link here in the Twitch chat, because it is kind of a long one. And YouTube here. Okay. Alrighty. Grab your popcorn, everybody. So, I need to double check if this is a world record or not. I believe it's got to be close, if not. But 9 million in Journey Hard Survival from Square. Wow. And get this. So I think the strategy here for these players, CJ, is actually 50% burst.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. So entering at 50%, getting that speed. I think a part of the thing too is, so after burst, or during burst, blocks of the opposing pattern get sent upward into what we like to call like the burst queue on our side, right? Yep. And afterwards they fall back down. In this whole timeline sweep after the fall down, I don't believe it always counts for the square counter, so you get like a bunch of extra bonus points there, right?
Yeah.
So Square is really maximizing that 50% burst.
And your combo bonus holds over the burst. So if you have like a 16 times bonus going into the burst, it continues when you get out of burst. And so if you have like a big burst queue that falls back down, that's a lot of points.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've seen Square clear so many squares, and they're already only 50 out of 150 within this because of that 50% burst, in addition to maximizing that that window following a burst, right? Which is really impressive with the speed.
Totally. Very different from the way that I play journey mode. But hey, this is working.
This is playing for high score from one of the best players in the game, right? So definitely a different beast. Also pay attention to kind of what you were saying earlier in our quick burst play was Square in these 50% bursts is going to really maximize using the center and block splitting in the center regularly to get these near 200 bursts on 50%, right? So
right.
Throwing away blocks they don't want to the side. Look at that. Yeah. These 200s on 50% are going to really add up. And this whole sweep is
they are.
Free score.
Yeah, I mean, the bonus from the burst queue coming back down, that was almost 20,000.
Yeah.
Might have been over 20,000 to their score right there.
Yeah, 100K in the first stage, right, Trashman?
Yeah.
More than that. Probably going to hit, like, near 250.
They could hit 200.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I think we should, for sure, I guess, spoiler alert, I kind of want to see them play the final stage.
That's absolutely.
Yeah. Which I don't think we've played on stream yet. It's been 3 months, so.
I don't think so either.
I think we might be okay to pull it up.
Over 200,000 in the first stage. Crazy. Absolutely crazy amount of score.
This is interesting. I want to try to employ this 50% burst strategy. I don't think you even need like super huge bursts. The key is, well, for one, the combo, and this post burst part is like free square clears because that first timeline sweep after the burst doesn't count the squares towards the level advancing, right?
Right.
So,
it's only points.
Yep. And that's what they want.
That's right.
Duo Soul.
Hey, Square in the chat.
Oh, welcome in, Square. We're scrutinizing your gameplay. I don't have a lot of negative feedback yet.
No negative feedback.
Actually, I don't think I have any.
We're not going to watch the whole video, though.
No.
We are going to fast forward.
Yeah, I'll skip through a little bit. So, any stages you want to see? With I'd be curious to see on eggshells.
Eggshells.
Let's do like a slow tempo stage. Maybe globe.
Globe. Yeah.
I want to see a slow and fast tempo with your strategy here.
Yeah.
Because you're going for 50%,
Gosh.
so slow tempo would be interesting.
Well, slow tempo, the thing with slow tempo is you're going to get a ton of points on that burst queue falling back down.
Interesting burst here, or timing at least.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think Square tried to time the burst at the very end
timeline
there, so they can get that extra sweep. Or like very minimal extra sweep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Square, you can always confirm my my analysis here. Yeah.
Yeah, very slow timeline sweep. Putting a lot into that burst view.
Globe burst is so satisfying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm glad I can just take
Look
a seat
at that.
back here and just watch you guys right now. You always like see so much more that you don't see when you're playing sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay, so 50%, and okay, they triggered it earlier there. Big clear. I think the slow tempo would probably be better for scoring just because of the slow timeline sweep following the burst. You can get like near 50% probably. Let's see. So one timeline sweep and Square is getting 20% charge.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Burst doesn't have to be gigantic. Keeping the board clear is more important.
Right. Ooh. The globe fell out, almost hit us in the face and the camera.
I know. 293 burst. That's great.
It's rocking that board tilt.
That was 40,000 points right there that they just cleared on that burst Q fall.
I haven't played this in VR in a while, but this is one of our favorite VR stages.
Yeah.
All right. I think Globe might take a while, so we'll skip ahead.
Yeah, they're going to spend a lot of time on the Globe.
We're only 47 squares in because of that 50% burst. So really, really maximizing our score. Let's find on eggshells. Here we go. All right. Going from Globe to this, very different vibe.
Completely different. Only 4 timeline passes. Yeah, how long is this video total?
2 hours, 24 minutes. And Square is a fast player too, right? So I think if you weren't doing the 50% burst, or if you're going like the speed run route, right? I'm sure Square could do this quite quick, but it's longer due to the strategy that Square is employing with the speed as well.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of burst charge in the follow-up to that first burst, right?
Oh, was that a deleted burst? That gets split?
Two 2 hours and 30 minutes, CJ. You got to be really locked in to get the high score.
Kidding. That's a lot of. That's a mentally taxing.
Yeah. So like time attack 60 is the most popular, right? But you can usually get like a good sprint in at some point, right? Whether it all connects for 60 seconds. You got to keep going for 2 hours and 30 minutes here on this journey hard survival.
Right.
50% burst.
Oh, that's a good question. Nobody asking Square if they broke combo at all in this run.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I would guess no.
That would be my guess too. If they did break combo, that means there's room at the top.
Room for improvement. Well, I think with the strategy, there's a lot of room for improvement because, like,
absolutely. Square confirming they broke the combo.
Oh, you did? Times. Okay. Well, hey, there's one thing, right? Maintain comboing, and then because you are bursting so much, like there is little score add up from just getting larger bursts, and there's a lot of room to perfect this strategy, I feel like, because there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Are we gonna check out the finale level?
Let's do it. Finale's probably a long one. Or I guess
it probably is. Right, it's 10 minutes.
Oh wait, that's
But it's more with if you're bursting, right? Does the clock stop as you burst, or no?
I don't think so. Let's double check here.
Now they got all the way to max. Wait, are they not bursting at all? Now during the final stage?
Oh, is that the strategy?
Huh.
Because you're not, if it's time-based, you don't need to, like, extend your square counter, right? Let's see.
Yes,
I'd love
that's
to hear
true.
the reasoning here, because there's
Would
like
the
still
benefit
burst bonus,
for score not be enough?
Exactly. Is it because you're getting more combo points at this point when you don't enter burst, maybe?
Oh, that could be. That could be. Plane normally actually scores more. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting twist. Timer does not stop during burst. Okay.
10-minute ultra at this point. Ultra referring to kind of the Tetris high score mode. Okay. Interesting.
Timer
so this
goes
is just
down along with the level, no matter when you're in or out of burst. Okay.
pretty much 10-minute time attack now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very cool.
Trying not to break combo.
It does make sense. Because here's the thing. With the timer, there's no timer in the previous stages, so you're still maxing out your combo points, right? It just freezes time. But you can't freeze time here with the time remaining thing, so you're missing out on a lot of the combo bonus if you do that. Yeah. I think that's kind of cool, though, just because it's almost like you go back to your roots here for the final stage for high score.
Right, that's interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting. Well, let's catch the tail end of this one. And I did share the link if you guys want to watch it in full, and I think Square also shared it on our Discord. Be sure to follow Square on YouTube. Square continues uploading. Let's get to the finale. 30 seconds.
Crashman with a theory. Every time we're in burst, we're getting a glimpse of this stage. Interesting theory.
The inner burst here. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The final burst.
That's amazing right there. Locked out though. Ah, there we go.
That makes sense. Like, oh wait, you can actually burst here. It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Very fast. 260. Ooh, 278. Finish it up. Like it.
78.
That 9 mil. Just over 9 million. Very nice.
Wow.
9 million. I wonder what the cap is. Is it 10 million possible, you guys think?
I would think 10 million is definitely possible.
Yeah. We've constantly seen people break the bounds of our high scores on Tetris Effect, and I'm sure Lumines is the same. So, all right. I don't want to skip the wonderful finale screen here.
It is great.
Nice run, Square. Okay, well, yeah, we spent a lot of time on that one. Let's get through some of these other submissions here, which I don't think should take nearly as long.
Square saying 10 million would be brutally hard.
Yeah, I'm sure. Considering after what we saw, and that's just breaking 9 million. All right, so this is from Got You Sauce. We got the Astrobot on globes again. Rocking a 558 burst. So let's check this out. It's an instant 200 there.
Look at that. That's amazing. This really confirming it's all about the setup of your board pre-burst.
Yeah. I entertain you guys to do that in quick burst. I just got around to like picking up on this strategy. It's a lot of fun just to kind of try to map it out and do that kind of thing. Getting the extra So 555, I think, is the full playfield, and to get the extra, you actually have to make squares of the other pattern, right? So that it counts towards that burst counter. So there is like the soft cap, I guess, of 555 is your whole board, but you can actually go above and beyond that if you throw a little speed at it and clear other squares before it finishes, right? Just something to keep in mind. Watch that one more time. And yeah, here's that board setup you're talking about, right? So as you can see, Gaia Sauce is like maximizing the orange sphere here, kind of like the toy, and because they can choose to interburst once they make a square of that color, it's all going to cascade from the right to the left here because it's going to continue to send away blocks of the opposing pattern very fastly. Very fast. And a beach ball? Oh. Just...
Oh.
Very nice. 558. That's from Got You Saw. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in learning that burst strategy, I believe we have a thread on our Discord as well under the community guide section. If you're interested, there's a lot of very cool in-depth guides from our community there. Okay, and from Nobody we have Burst Rush 2634, which seems crazy. So I'm sure maybe some 50% burst in here, CJ. Let's see.
Possible, yeah.
So Burst Rush is a challenge that can be found in the mission mode. If you head to mission mode and tab over, if you haven't already, be sure to play the challenges. It's such a cool spin on Luminous, as we see here. Or we're going to see here.
True.
Because Burst Rush will make it easier for you to burst by... eventually, it adds gimmicks. I believe the first one is that you get more of the blue window block, right, CJ?
That's right.
And then after that, you get larger blocks that are still favored towards blue, so you can really make this massive burst.
Does this start off with a slower timeline than normal, too?
That's a good
Not
question.
sure.
I think the stage tempo is a bit lower.
Right. I definitely do like the idea of people playing challenges for high scores.
Yeah,
Each of those. There is no leaderboard for the challenges, but it's a cool little thing to do.
It does mark your high score, so you're always welcome to share if you want to,
Right.
I've seen it already. People like to share their high scores for challenges in our community and stuff like that. Don't be shy.
Yeah. You said they got 200,000 in Burst Rush?
2,634. Yeah. So constantly going in a burst with these massive burst squares.
Amazing. And Burst Rush is just a great mode to get your head around using Burst.
Yeah. It makes it easier for you, ideally, to hit these large bursts with the more blocks of the specific pattern. And then, yeah, when you get these larger blocks, which should be happening probably in this last minute here. Yeah.
Yeah. The larger blocks would definitely be a little more difficult here towards the end.
This 555 twice. Larger blocks, I think, might be... They make it easier to get a massive burst, but they're also it's a different layer of difficulty with the... You're just managing a 2x3 block. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
514. All right.
I guess it might be a little harder than the depending on your RNG, to get more consistent 555 with the large block. Thing is, you have less blocks to work with to make a massive square, so in theory, I think you can make the burst faster.
Yeah, I'm also thinking it looked like they triggered burst at the halfway point at 50, but they had 6 timeline passes. It's a lot of timeline passes for a 50% burst.
It was about to be 538. I was about to say they cleared a lot of squares of the other color there. If they got past that 555, would have been huge. Cool. And that's the, let's see it. 2634 in 3 minutes 52 seconds from nobody.
148,000 score. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
All right. This one I'm excited to watch because I actually like this mode. The one-shot challenge. So timeline will make a single pass once 40 blocks have been placed, clear at least 50 2x2 squares. And Latan, or aka Skinda, I believe, is able to get 100, which is quite a lot. I think they do take their time here. You can tell they're puzzling it out using the upcoming piece preview.
Important in this mode for sure. This mode, or this challenge, isn't that hard to get 50. Getting 100,
it's hard to get, like, it's hard to max it out. Yeah.
Right.
I'm curious.
What is the max going to be?
That's what I was about to say. I'm not really sure what the max score is, but 100 is pretty good.
100's really good, yeah.
I guess if you could, like, somehow make a massive... So they take a different approach here. They make, like, 4 big squares, which we're about to see. But I wonder if it'd be possible to make, like, one larger square, like a burst square, right? Probably it'd be very hard because of the inability to send blocks away, right? Like you would typically during a burst.
Right.
So let's get through a little bit. Oh, we got the walking man.
Very nice.
So we've got 13 blocks left. And there's not many inefficiencies that we're looking at, right? So that's one challenge that comes with this, is like really maximizing every block placement. I only can see like about 5 blocks that aren't being used right now, 5 or 6.
Exactly.
So to really max this mode out, I think you're also going to need some pretty good luck.
Okay.
So bam, 100. So just pausing 100. It here. I think we can see my mouse, right? Yeah. I think only this square here, the bottom right, and this like left one, this one in the bottom. So only like 4 squares not being used. Or blocks, rather.
Is it, remind me, is it random? Is it RNG in terms of what blocks appear in the piece preview?
I believe so. I think it's still full.
Okay, so it would be RNG to try to get over 100.
To be pretty lucky, I feel like, yeah. So nicely done. Nicely done. And we are a little over time, but we'll take a stab at this video. The dig down 1729 from Square. And by the way, if you guys want us to, maybe we can make a thing of this. If maybe not 5 videos, but if you guys ever have any feats you want to share with us before a community showcase, definitely hit us up on that Lumines chat before we start on a Friday, and maybe we can pull it up on a stream. There we go. So this is a 10-minute run. We will skip through a bit.
Very fast.
Yeah. This is Square employing speed for 1, but dig down is all about that down stacking and keeping your board clean. So very, very clean stacking from Square to make this high score happen. So making quick work of these first checkpoints. And yeah, every 100 squares starting out will increase the level. And you're going to hear a ding. Yeah, you're like... ding. Yeah, keep in mind when you're playing Dig Down that you have this kind of like chain block timer here. If you're wondering when your next chain block is going to be, because it's so helpful, right? If you're planning on using one, just like a little warning animation when you're about to receive blocks in the bottom.
Yep.
All right, already approaching that fast timeline in the 300 phase. What's super satisfying watching this one, CJ, to me, is maintaining a combo with that fast timeline, because you hear the combo noise more as like a little bass kick or whatever it is, like a synth hit. And then, yeah, I think they will get to a point where it starts coming up from the bottom every 2 timeline sweeps. So we're not quite there yet, are we? Let's see. So we got 1 sweep, 2 sweeps. So right now it's every 4 sweeps you receive garbage from the bottom. Let's see, let's fast forward a bit. Let's see when they're in trouble and get a big clear. So fast forward 800s. So 1 sweep. Yes, every 2 sweeps, which is very fast.
That's very fast.
Yeah. So chain block here. Oh, let's see if we got a big chain. That's pretty good. Connected it to the top right there.
Yeah, look at how much of the playfield that cleared. It's just crazy.
Square doing a great job of trying to keep it low here in the center. I'm taking notes here so I can improve again. Yeah, one thing I like to do when I'm watching some of these players on YouTube, for example, you could just pause, you could slow it down, really just try to like see what they're thinking with each piece placement, right? Square's keeping it pretty darn low. So we'll skip ahead again. Let's get to kind of the final stretch here.
All right, gets even faster.
Yeah, still...
That every timeline pass.
Right now, still
up.
every 2.
No, it's not every 2, is it?
2.
Oh, maybe it is every 2. Okay.
Yeah. The chain block is very slow, though. So you just gotta have to find your flow state and be locked in here. Because, like, if you run into even, like, any little mishaps when it comes to creating a clean stack, you're gonna really feel it. And also, you have to adjust based off of the incoming garbage, right? So even if you're doing a great job keeping the stack clean, all that incoming garbage is not clean. So,
right.
It is pretty chain block friendly, though. The thing is, Square is no longer really getting many chain blocks.
That's right. It takes so long to charge those up.
So it's our final stretch here. Kind of running out of space. Oh, there was a misdrop. So actually, Square may have been able to go a little farther there. But that's a huge score, 1729 from Square. And, got some chess recommendations. But, all right. So I think we can call it there. We went a little over time, but it was nice to see some of your submissions. That was pretty good stream, CJ. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was great.
And yeah, if you're just tuning in, if you catch a There goes my mic. The later half of the stream, be sure to join our Discord at discord.gg/enhance. Hang out with our community this weekend. Play some of the Weekend Lumi Live event, with the theme being digital humans. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out the official Lumines Arise soundtrack, which has hit streaming services. Isn't that right, CJ?
Right. It's now on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, anywhere you get your music. You can listen to the Lumines Arise OST or go to Bandcamp. I think it's hydelic.bandcamp.com, and you can purchase or listen to the Lumines Arise soundtrack there.
Great. And yeah, just to I see Core typing in the chat, I'll upload some burst battles and have some videos. We would love to watch your matches. I know you play as MDX and stuff like that. I want to see some of the cream of the crop burst battle. Anything goes, really. If you guys have any challenges you want to send in, we'd love to review it. It's very impressive, right? And I think we've learned, even just from watching you guys tonight, your journey run kind of enlightened me a little bit. So, yeah. Cool. Well, everyone have a good rest of your weekend. Play some Lumines, and we will see you next time in about, so this is a bi-weekly showcase now, so in about 2 weeks. And see you then. Everyone have a good weekend.